Hey everyone, Jamie Phillips, Action Auto Parts. It's Sunday evening. Had just a amazing day at church today. Got all the grass pretty much cut Friday, and I like a little bit up on the hill and back on its lower part. So after I got in from church, I came out and finished up that mowing. Drove the mower home and mowed there because you can see it's a little overcast and they're calling for a chance of rain about every day this week. So drove the mower home, mowed there, drove the mower back, put it in the building, and I like letting it cool off some before I shut the door and lock everything up. And a buddy of mine called, and so I was sitting there on the seat jibber jabbering with him. But of course, tomorrow is a holiday. I've got everything, just a little update. I've got everything, I think, lined up paperwork wise. Hopefully Tuesday, if I can get in with my loan officer to see if we can go on and get this loan situation figured out for my garage, because the gentleman that was going to build it, he had the first 2 weeks in June open. And so I know we're pushing it now because if we get the loan and they say, yeah, go ahead and start, he's got to order the materials. So I got to thinking, get him, which he was going to pour the concrete last anyway, but get him to go and get the building up and everything done there, and then get my my plumbing and stuff in. So then he could come back and pour the concrete. So hopefully that'll all work out and happen. So I know it's been a long time coming. I've talked about it for 2 or 3 years, but just like, after COVID, materials went sky high, and I was redoing the little brick house, and it just wasn't a good time, and now it is. So hopefully I can put everything together and get that done. So we got all the other cars moved off the lot with the exception of the Monte Carlo. I still haven't gotten that ignition completely out for the guy that's going to fix me the key, but if I've got to, I'll scoot it over or whatever. And got to try to finish getting the van running. I think the consensus with everybody is I'm not getting fire to the distributor based on what all I've replaced and stuff. So it's not the end of the world. If I get another tar put on it where I can move it, I'll move it and wait a little bit or whatever. But that's not really on the lot, but I want to get it out of the way. And then, of course, like I said, they're calling for rain. I'm hoping tomorrow I'm going to come out and work for a few hours. Since it's a holiday, I've had some other people asking if I'd be open. And I got to move those 2 motors and my cherry picker. But I'm hoping tomorrow, if I've got time, I'm going to throw the extra battery on the rollback. And even though one tire went flat, I've got other tires and wheels I'm going to stick on it. But I'm going to try to go on and fire the rollback up and get it moved. And then if JJ shows up, we might go on and get some of this stuff off the bed of it that's kind of just gotten thrown up here on it. And then in the midst of, hopefully when the building's up and I can back this thing inside, even while I'm working on getting the electric and stuff in, I want to get me a little grinder or something and start knocking the rust off of the frame and the side of the bed and get me some of that good paint to put over it that stops the rust and whatever. And I've got these are like 19-inch, I think. I've got some 22s. I'll have to find me 2 more wheels, but I've got 4 that's got good tires on them, and then I got 2 extra tires. So if I find me 2 more 22-inch wheels, then it'll make it set up a little bit more. But I think that's what I'm going to do with that. But hopefully, like I said, Tuesday I'll know more and we can get this thing started. And you can kind of see here when I had it dozed off back right after I bought the property, when I had Dale Kirkpatrick put the driveway in, I kind of just stepped it off. And you can still see some remnants of the rock, but it will go straight over to there. 60 feet, and of course the back of it's going to face the road, and there's not going to be no windows, so going by you'll just see the back of my building. You're not going to be able to see in it. Reason being, if, you know, I've got to have my, my time too. So if the gate's closed down there, I can be out here in the garage pedaling and doing something after hours and people's not going to really know whether I'm here or not. So 60 foot across here. And this is a good base. It's had a couple loads of rock put on it. And he told me to leave it like this till once they got the the structure up. Then they would bring in more rock after I get the plumbing done and get the rebar and stuff down. So, and then it's going to come to right here. So 60 feet by 40 up this way. And then on where the Monte Carlo's setting, once we reach the 40 foot, that side over there will have a 14 foot out, 20 foot wide porch on that corner. And then there'll be 2 bays over here with 10 by 10 doors. So once it's all said and done and up, you know, the 40 by 60, then this all in here will get more rock, and it should run right up here pretty close to this landscaping, and then I can get that where it's easier to maintain. I kind of, when I put this here, this was already here, and I kind of envisioned it would be to the corner of my parking lot. So I'll have a little bit of parking out in front of the garage and out in front of the porch. I probably can't do it this initial pour of the concrete. We're going to do the 40 by 60 slab and the 14 by 20 porch, but probably before winter, if possible, I want to put about a 3 or 4 foot apron out in front of the garage doors all the way across that 40 foot, so that the garage doors you got a little bit of extra concrete as you're going to pull in the building. So this side over here, like I said, with the porch coming out, that extra 14 foot, so you're looking at 54 feet. But there'll still be some parking here. And then my plan is to get somebody up here with a Bobcat. And we got to dress this back up some where all the rain and stuff. But I want to go right straight from like here to the in front of that little building and over to that tree, take this out and gravel that. So that'll be some parking. I can have gravel right up to my building. It'll be kind of wide enough if I got an old car or something I want to set up here to sell. You know, I got a little bit of room, but it's not going to be in front of the garage, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But get this all with more good rock before fall, and probably even widen the driveway here like it's kind of already been doing anyway. I want to still, even though I have a bathroom in the garage, I want to leave this for customers and stuff, because the bathroom in the garage is going to be back close to my office. You know, and if I'm out here and stuff and I've got things in the office, then I don't have to worry about letting people in the garage. They'll still have this porta-john here to use. So we'll come up the driveway and kind of come over through here. And it'll be good to widen it out a little bit more in case I get to the point, like if I get some deliveries or something, fly right up in my face, then somebody could swing up here and have plenty enough room to back up toward the garage. So just wanted to kind of come on. I actually hadn't done anything in a few days, I think. But man, them flies, old black flies buzzing around my head. Quit. Old deer flies, look at it. Trying to bite me, what I was wanting to do. But get this all kind of organized, hopefully this summer, and probably going to move this little camper. I'm going to fix another spot for it. The old Vagabond stays, but I got to get it leveled up and do some stuff. Paddle boat needs to get put out on the edge of the pond. And then there again, hopefully, if the monies and stuff will work out, I want to get the roof on my dock and pour this concrete slab right here so that I can put the grill and stuff here and yeah, and fix our hangout spot. So that's kind of where I'm at, or at least in my mind. It's just it's a shame it takes the daggone much money to try to do anything, pretty much. But and then again tomorrow, if the weather will cooperate and help shows up, we're going to grab these few tires, and I'm going to go on and move these toppers. I saw one of them. You know, people ask about them, but you know, toppers, they got to fit. they got to fit the truck. And then, you know, there's so many different sizes, and there's a good transmission underneath of this one. So we got to take the transmission up, put it with the vehicle, and we're going to find a spot back over here somewhere for them where people can still see them, get this all mowed up and cleaned. And then I got to put that Thunderbird engine up. The block I was going to leave up here, so when we go to level this building, plus I got a bunch of 4-inch solid block. And then that's the tires and wheels there at the end that I was going to put on my row back. And then a couple more of these are good if I can just find me a couple of the wheels. So get this kind of cleaned up, because I'm wanting to get, well, I want to make it look good. Plus, we get over here working on the building, I just want this section up here to kind of have a good look to it. And then I've got that daggone deer flies eating me up. Those other campers back through there. I'm gonna try to pick a spot where I can put these kind of all together, other than the Vagabond, until I figure out exactly what I want to do. And I've actually got another one bought that I probably, if the weather holds up and James gets it cleaned out, I'll go get. It's not too far away. And so there's all of that in a bag of chips. I'm going to get in a truck, man. That daggone deer fly is biting the far out of my head, and I ain't even a deer. So give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, please. And have a great Memorial Day. Please be safe out there, and I'll catch you in the next one.